I ask for the truth on behalf of Teresa Hughey concerning relationship issues and two aspects, two choices that have to be made on two aspects of this situation that she's in. And ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we just cut the deck there. And where the deck splits there is where it's just thought to be at its most energetic point there for you there, Teresa. So we'll just place the cards to the side here and we'll deal out 3 cards. And we'll just see what's going on. The first card we deal is in the position of the recent past. This is like about 3 or 4 weeks or so ago, what was going on then. And then the next card we deal is for the present, so that's Teresa Hughey just there right now, as you would say. And then finally we deal out the immediate future. And this is where Teresa Hughey may be in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so. So let's see what's going on. Of course, where you are in the past, the present and the future is determined upon the question that you've asked. So it's relevant to that, isn't it? So first, for example, the first card we pull out is the recent past. This is your relationship just recently, so we can like establish what's been going on, can't we? So we just bring it round there and we'll just flip the card nice and slow there, not to disturb the energy too much, and there you go. And you got the black cat, the energy of the black cat. This just really indicates that you look soon changed in some department or other. I think we probably might know what that is, although not necessarily, do we? There are all these different aspects, as you refer to them as, different scenarios or two main situations. I suppose you could call them 2 circumstance situations there. You've got to choose, of course. Have you chose the right one, or is your whole world going to collapse? Well, by the looks of it, your luck soon changed just recently. The black cat, of course, a lot of people think the black cat or black cats are the sort of bearers of bad tidings or bad news, but actually it's quite the opposite. Black cats are protection, good luck actually. So that's why witches have them as familiars, because they protect, don't they? Darkness protects. There's a lot of power in darkness if it's harnessed and if it's embraced properly. Evil itself exists in darkness or resides in darkness because it's easy, isn't it? But of course a lot of good, a light shines in the darkness. How do you know what the light is without the darkness? And this is the same sort of thing, where the darkness once was just recently, maybe in the long-term past, or just over the past 3 or 4 months or so even, just the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, the past month has started to look up for you. And of course it could even be referring to this month. Got a lot of the Egyptian feel to it there. The Egyptians were mad on cats, weren't they? They had a lot of significance there. Let's see what is going on right now though. Given that your luck has soon changed and things seem to be changing, but as your luck changed for the better or for the worst? We assume that it's changed for the better, don't we? But where are you right now in this relationship, in this decision, this choice that you've had to make? Have you made the right choice or not? Well, you've got there the energy of the siren. A lot of darkness there, isn't there, in a way, but the energy of the siren there, as you know, lures people to the rocks to pending danger, as you would say. And in this case, it just seems as though a temptation has led you astray right now, has lured you, maybe something in your not in your best of interests has lured you away. Temptation leads you astray right now, and of course the siren sings a song and you go toward the rocks and you know it's danger. But of course, love is blind, isn't it? Let's just see what the immediate future holds, though, about this decision, this choice that one has made. Let's just see what's going on here for the immediate future, the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, usually there. The king, look at that, the king. Now the king represents a person in your life. It could represent your partner, but usually it's to do with authority and, of course, diplomacy as well, in the sense of you have to be reasonable about things. You're going to find the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, around about through sort of in between now and sort of early February, you may have to well, actually it's nearly mid-February, really mid-January now, between now and mid-February I would say now. You're going to have to find yourself maybe facing authority or facing an authority figure. This king, of course, if representing you, it could represent the fact that you are going to have to take charge of the situation maybe and do something about this, but nevertheless be reasonable at the same time. I tend to read into that, although the interpretation, the court cards, but the royal court, the members of the royal court in this deck tend to focus towards the people, or the person in the reading, or persons then. And nevertheless, I tend to do it a bit like you do with tarot, where it isn't just the person, it can be the personality of you. So you may have to take on the role of a king, in a sense of take charge of the situation. This is what I'm sort of feeling. Although nevertheless you've been led astray in some department, some temptation has led you astray right now, but you're going to have to take charge of the situation. You're going to have to be reasonable and get this one sorted out. Your luck has changed, yes, things have looked up, but have they looked up for the better? I somehow want to pull out another card here. I just want to sort of see if there's anything beyond, not beyond the pale, but beyond here that may just shed light on what, a bit like a roundup or an evaluation report, you could say, or like an overview or something like that. Let's just flip this card nice and slowly there, just to see what the energy is there. And you've got the energy of the dragon, of course, strength and wisdom. So whatever this is, you've got to do. You've been called upon to take charge of the situation. You've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to have faith that you can do this. And it will make you stronger. It'll make you wiser. Now, of course, is it for the best? Will your whole world collapse? Will you become the wiser, learn from it, and just learn to move on and lose everything? Well, given the fact that this temptation that leads you astray right now, whatever or whoever this is very significant here. The darkness is nevertheless there, regardless of your luck changing. Is your luck changing for the better or for the worst? Well, you have to take charge of the situation very soon, and you have to have the authority to say what you want, and you have to nevertheless be reasonable with whoever it is you've got to let go of, maybe. And of course, and with that, yes, one learns one's lesson and moves on. But is what you've got now the right thing, or have you chosen the right place? I don't know if it's a choice of moving in with him or him staying there with you, or both moving away to Kingdom Come, somewhere out the way, so you know, so nobody knows where you are. I don't know. But either way, if it's a moving thing, say for example, the two choices are a moving thing, moving in with them is the worst thing you've ever done, I don't know. You've certainly been lured to do that. If so, whatever choice you've made now, let's put it this way, whatever choice you've made now, you've been lured into doing it. A temptation has led you astray and you've been lured into doing it. And that's probably why you have to take charge, take authority, nevertheless be reasonable and say, well, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. I will go so far. Know your boundaries. I think that's what it's about. And that's probably where the wisdom and the strength comes, in the sense that you will prove yourself to be strong enough to say no to certain things, yes to other things, but no to other things. You know your limits, know your boundaries, and they've got to be healthy boundaries, haven't they? But whatever this temptation is, or whoever this temptation is right now, whatever it is that's luring you away, whoever it is trying to persuade you to do whatever it is you've got to do, you must do what you want to do. You must take charge and do what you want to do. Be reasonable if you don't agree with it. If you do, then go ahead with it. But whatever you go ahead with, whatever choice you make, you have the freedom to make that choice. And whatever choice you make, you will become stronger and the wiser, for better or for worse. For now, Teresa, these cards have spoken.